What's up guys, it's Markin, bringing you another League of Legends guide. Today we're going to learn how to play Ahri in 5 minutes, or 6. Let's get it going. Now the first thing you want to learn from a champion when trying to learn how to play them is their abilities. What do they do? So we'll get into that now. Ahri's passive ability is called Essence Theft. Every time you hit an enemy unit, including minions, with any of her spells, Ahri gains a charge of Essence Theft. Once you reach 9 charges, Ahri's next spell will heal her, based on how many enemies you hit with that ability. The more enemies you hit, the bigger your heal will be. It's a great way to sustain in lane and harass your opponents for longer. Ahri's Q is called Orb of Deception. Skill shot. She sends out an orb in a straight line. If the orb hits an enemy on the way out, it deals magic damage. When it comes back, if it hits an enemy on the way back, it will deal true damage, which ignores all of your enemy's armor and magic resist. It's Ahri's main tool for harass, in laning phase, or during the game. The range allows you to poke your opponent while still staying relatively safe. You want to try and hit your Q at max range whenever possible. In this clip, I hit Elise at max range. I deal the magic damage on the way out, and the true damage on the way back, securing the kill. Ahri's W is called Foxfire. 3 Foxfires surround Ahri. The Foxfires will then attack the closest enemy to them, prioritizing champions. Early game, the spell's not too great, doesn't do too much damage, but late game it can be a monster. You want to use this ability as part of a combo with all your other abilities to maximize your kill potential. In this clip, I'm able to use my W along with my other abilities to take down the tanky Taric. Ahri's E is called Charm. This is an amazing game-changing ability. She blows a kiss that travels in a line, just like her Q. The first enemy it hits is forced to walk toward her, while being slowed by 50%. Not only does your charm give you free damage on your opponent, it also is able to stop channeling abilities, such as Katarina or Nunu's ultimates. So landing the spell on the biggest enemy damage dealer is crucial to winning team fights. As you can see, I land my charm on Ezreal. As he's the enemy ADC, I want to take him out of the fight. It stops him from dealing any damage to our team. It's an easy kill for me, and an easy win for our team. Ahri's R is called Spirit Rush. She dashes forward, firing essence bolts to damage up to 3 enemies. It's an awesome mobility ultimate. It allows you to quickly engage or disengage from any fight. You can cast Spirit Rush up to 3 times in 10 seconds. As you can see, I'm able to use Spirit Rush to close in on the fleeing enemy team, easily securing a double kill and another team fight victory. Now, let's get to the skill order. I take a point in all 3 skills with my first 3 levels, starting with Q. I always max Q first for the great harass in lane and low cooldown. Next, I max W. Not only does it lower the cooldown, but it buffs the damage significantly. Lastly, I max E. I mainly use this spell as an engager or escape, so the cooldown is not as important to me as W. Some people prefer to max E over W, it's just personal preference, and as always, take a point in your ultimate whenever it's available. Now, let's get to the item builds. I like to start with the Doran's Ring and 2 health pots. This gives me added damage, health, and mana regen. Early game, if everything's going normally, on my first back, I like to pick up a second Doran's Ring. I pick up my base boots as well. There could be ganks, people making plays, and you having boots can make all the difference in you getting out of there. Next, I like to pick up a Haunting Guise. This will give you some extra health and a bit of magic pen in case your opponent picks up an early magic resist item. The first core item I rush is a DFG, a Deathfire Grasp. Your burst damage with this item's active is incredible. Next, I like to pick up Sorcerer's Shoes for the magic pen. As my final core item, I purchase a Rabadon's Death Cap. This will send your overall damage through the roof. Rabadon's is pretty standard on most AP assassins, it's one of the best items in the game. And pick up an Athene's if you're going against a strong AP assassin that's giving you a hard time, and you need that defensive stat right off the bat. Now late game is heavily dependent on how the game's going. Generally, I'll grab a Rylai's Crystal Scepter for the damage, health, and slow. Ahri is one of the best champs for this item, because every single one of her skills procs to slow. This will help your team chase down stragglers in team fights, and helps you escape when needed as well. Next, I'll pick up a Zhonya's Hourglass. The active on Zhonya's will save your life many times if used correctly. The added armor will give you sustain in team fights as well. For my final item, I'll upgrade my Haunting Guise into Liandry's Torment. The passive on Liandry's helps you shred HP on everyone in team fights, especially tanks, and it doubles the damage on anyone that's procced with your Rylai's. Ahri is a great pick for mid lane. She's difficult to counter and a pretty strong laner. I would consider Ahri an opportunistic assassin. She can burst down a single target and take them completely out of the fight if she chooses. However, one of Ahri's greatest strengths is her CC. She's able to initiate teamfights with her charm and take high priority targets right out of the game. Ahri's a difficult champ to master, and I hope that this guy will get you going in the right direction. As always guys, thank you for watching, and stay active.
Hitmakers.